Wait, Doodoo. I gotta charge my phone. Okay, so we are trying this again. Playing Paraiso Island. It is charged. There you go, it's on. Oh, wait a second. I paused it. Okay, so we're playing Paraiso Island, which is very reminiscent of any of those, you know, those 3D landscaping games like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Gex, or any of those. It's not listed. Or any of those. It's very reminiscent of that. Super Mario World or Conker's Bad Freddy. Any of those classic Nintendo joints. What the fuck? Alright, so we're back with the mic on. You know, this game is pretty simplistic, I think. Alright, so we're back with the mic on. You know, this game is pretty simplistic. So to all the viewers, you might hear my voice in the background doubling because I'm monitoring my gameplay to see how the video is going by and seeing if the audio is good. So far, as a parent and as somebody who plays video games, so far this game seems, on the first couple minutes of playing, which is, it's only been 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so 2.5 minutes of playing, this seems pretty simple and acceptable for kids to play. So I don't see any reason to, you know, censor anything out so far. Doesn't seem any real violence. Okay, so this is the starting point. I like the design. The landscape is nice and colorful, nice and bright. So if you have any kids that get scared easy, you don't have to worry about, oh, okay, so this is some PlayStation Network stuff, and I'm not doing that. So, help the Bahamas. So I'm assuming these are additions that you have to add on via PlayStation Network, because I'm playing the free-to-play version. So far it looks like there's some purchases. So any parents, oh, I like the sun up there. So any parents who are allowing your kids to play this on PlayStation, or if it's, I don't know if it's on any other consoles or if it's a PlayStation Network exclusive, but if your kids are playing this game and you have your credit card, debit card, bank account, or anything linked to PlayStation that you know your child is not stupid, do not willfully just leave your kid playing this game without, yeah, you're doing it. Do not just let them be on this game alone, or just deactivate your credit card as far as on the network, at least while they're playing this game, because it looks like there is in-game purchases and they seem pretty simplistic to access. You know, and the reason why I'm even playing this game right now is because I grew up playing games like this. But I grew up playing games like South Park, you know, the snowball fighting one. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was a South Park game for Nintendo 64. And back in those days, Nintendo was still a very competitive, you know, video game producer at the time. You know, they had a lot, you know, of sway in the video game market, or whatever the case may be. What the but now, you know, PlayStation is one of the heavy hitters, and it was, you know, Nintendo's mistake to not, you know, work with Sony. Yes. Yeah, you picking up stars. And also, you know, Nintendo had a good opportunity to target the kid audience, but if you think like as I sit here and think about it, they're not really kid friendly as you might think. You know what I mean? Like as far as the game, you know, controllers are a lot more complicated in comparison to, you know, the PlayStation's game controller. Also, you know, I grew up on games like Mortal Kombat too, so this is like not something that you would typically see me play on an average, you know, day-to-day basis. This is more something where like I just pick it up, I'm bored, I don't got much time, I'm just hopping on here, you know, enjoying it. But I love the designs. I love the designs. Okay. So, yes. Car. There's no car. You know, you might see me play GTA online or something like that. Like, this game is very, it seems easy, but being that I'm somebody who plays more complicated games, sometimes the more simplistic games are a lot more complicated, you know. But again, I love the designs. This reminds me of like Zelda Ocarina of Time, or again Gex or something like that. A lot of these old games they really need to bring back. You know, I did have some GTA gameplay. Okay. I did have another GTA video up, but I got into an argument with somebody on there, and they were just saying a lot of stuff. I couldn't leave the video up, even though I do mark most of my videos, because, you know, sometimes I might slip up and curse or something, to say something like that on one of my videos. I mark it for adults only, but I'm trying to do some more kid-friendly content, so I'm actually thinking about developing another channel specifically for kids, you know, to watch gameplay, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Or I just might leave that to my kids to do, you know, their content on, or whatever the case may be. I'm also making a conscious channel called Melanated TV. It's coming up very soon. So really, the channel that you're watching this on right now will be solely devoted to my music or skits or whatever else I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so this dude got me cleaning his house and shit. Okay. So I'm assuming I'm building this dude a house. Okay. This is pretty complicated. Like, it's not like just point and click. You know, I can see there's some I can kind of notice I'm kind of noticing some like glitching issues. So there definitely is some glitching issues going on here. Okay, so there seems to be some glitching problems with this game. As you can see, I'm not holding anything in my hands yet his hands are just poking out as if he's holding something. So now I guess it fixed itself, you know. But considering this is a PSN game, or you know, it's probably an independent game, I don't expect it to be perfect by any means. I don't even, you know, I really don't expect it to be perfect, you know. But again, this is for kids, you know. Kids don't notice those imperfections, you know what I'm saying? So but you know, as far as, you know, the thing I noticed too is that with PlayStation, their independent games look very polished. You know, as far as this game, really, like with PlayStation 4, Sony really catered to the check out the wardrobe. Okay, no problem. So let me just put my bed back down because I don't want to. Okay, did I just sell my freaking bed? Okay, I got a shovel. Inventory. Let me see what I did, because I really messed up just now. I think I just got rid of my bed. That's not a good look. So all of this crap I can't place anywhere. Like, what the so where am I supposed to put it? Okay, whatever, I don't care. Okay, that'll work. Let's go plant something then. This is, you know, you know, 12 minutes in, 13 minutes in rather, I'm already getting frustrated with this damn game. You know, you literally have to, you know, stop and talk to the character that's supposed to be assisting you. Now the camera's glitching the fuck out. So I'm supposed to go back home, which doesn't even make sense, but okay. Okay, so we're gonna take him back home even though the arrow's pointing somewhere else. So I guess it fixed itself. Okay. I just like how when you exit, you know, the closing out and closing is pretty cool, but for me, I think that's like a cop-out. Oh, there we go, some freezing issues. And now mind you, for a game that's, you know, downloaded, that's a bit of a problem for me. Again, I don't think that's the PlayStation's fault. I think, you know, with these indie games, the developers aren't getting enough funding. Sony should do a deal with a lot of these independent developers. Oh, I feel like there should have been some planting bananas. That's dope. And there we go, another glitching problem. Keep up the good work. Thanks again. That's pretty cool. So far, you know, I think if your kid is at least, you know, 5 years old, 4 years old, if they're pretty, you know, they have some good hand-eye coordination, they're used to playing video games and stuff like that, then this is something that they could play, you know. Am I against, you know, video game play and all that stuff? Absolutely not. Because I grew up playing video games, and I feel like it does, you know, when your kid, you know, works hard for something and they beat the game, it builds their self-esteem up, and you know, also teaches them that it's okay to lose too when they do lose, you know. But yeah. You know, but there were some games when I was a kid that, you know, really fucking, excuse my language, really frustrated me and made me not want to play video games. Like, I would basically almost throw the controller across the house because it was so frustrating and so difficult. Like Zelda was one of those games, like the 2D one for like Game Boy and stuff. I would throw the Game Boy and stuff. Like it was just that. It was just one of those games where I just was like, no, I can't do this anymore. All right, so apparently there's no storyline to this game. It's pretty simple. You have little huts that you can go into. It seems like there's only one map so far, and I'm not entirely sure. Let me see if there's any quests. I don't know why they would even use the word, because there's no quests active right now. I guess you have to talk to somebody and gain a quest. Okay, so I guess this game is sort of like a Little Big Planet in a way, or one of those other games where you can kind of just manipulate your environment. Like that's really kind of what it is. Just a free roam game. There's no actual real missions or anything like of that like that. So everybody has a price for what you want. So anytime you talk to anybody in this game, they essentially, hold on, they just want to sell you something. So I'm not into that. They can kick rocks with that one. So has anybody seen the trailer for what the fuck? Okay, he talks way too much, bro. I don't know if I'm just keep reading the same stuff. I'm not actually reading it. I never really did. When these characters talk, I never really read it, you know. This dude charging people rent. I don't care. Sure. Okay, so to even really play this game like that, no, I don't want to play. So we can just, alright, so to really get into this game, if you have a kid that you just want to kill time with, then you just let the kid run around and play the game, then this is the game for you. Because obviously it's only free to play because, you know, there's a lot of in-game purchases, and I noticed that a lot, even with Fortnite and a lot of games like that. There's a lot of in-game purchases. Therefore you gotta just, you know, if you got a kid that don't really notice that they're not really doing much but collecting the same starfish over and over, this is the game definitely for you. As long as you monitor it, don't connect your credit card to their PlayStation or whatever console this game is available on, you will not have anything to worry about. The kid will just sit there and roam around, and you know, it's you know, whatever. If you have a kid with a good imagination, you're good at editing videos, you might actually be able to make a little webtoon series with this, you know. But yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. I like the colors, it's nice and bright. You know, if you have a kids that I do have a mission apparently. If you have a kid that gets frightened very easily, there's a lot of games now that are like, video games went from being for kids and to teens to adults now. So, you know, a lot of games have darker themes and a lot of storylines that might scare the crap out of a kid, or really just make a kid not want to you know, play, or whatever the case may be. So you as of right this point in time, when you do find a game that it is very much kid friendly, then you know pick it up and let the kid play, you know. But yeah, this is not for me. You know, I like it, but it's really not for me, in the sense that with all the in-game purchases, whatever happened to where you play a game and the game is the game. You know, I remember back in the PS2 days when you would get a demo on either sometimes on a separate disc, depending on how big the game was, or on the disc itself, and a demo would be litter than the game that you're playing. There used to be this shooting game. I think it was on a Need for Speed demo. No, it was on a Need for Speed disc, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it was a demo that me and my brother would literally reset the game over and over and over just to play this demo. No, was it a Mortal Kombat game? It was one of the two. But we used to reset the damn PlayStation so much just to literally play. Banana for Jet Jets wants a banana. Everybody wants a banana. Leave me alone. I don't have a banana for you, buddy. But everybody would, you know, basically, I would reset the PlayStation over and over and over and over just to play that demo. And because the graphics in that demo were great. You know what I'm saying? They were definitely great. You know, we would it was like, for us it was better than Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? I cannot remember what it was like. You were killing zombies or like chemically mutated people or whatever. I can't remember what game it was. Oh man, I could not remember. But you know, there was a lot of things, and I remember back in early video games they used to offer so much, like Mortal Kombat Deception, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I think that was the game that the demo was on. But Mortal Kombat Deception offered a lot for you to play to keep you from getting bored. First of all, Mortal Kombat is one of the best, you know, versus fighting type games ever in history. You know what I'm saying? Street Fighter can't touch it. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tekken, you know, I love Tekken, but Tekken can't touch it. None of these games could touch Mortal Kombat. You know, there's been some hiccups, you know what I'm saying, with Mortal Kombat, but, you know, again, a lot of these other fighting games just cannot match. You know, 1 second. The Deception was awesome. A lot of people hated it though. Got a lot of flack. I wish I was into this YouTube thing back then, but I don't know how I would have streamed the gameplay, you know, back then. But Tekken, I mean, Mortal Kombat had this, Deception had a chess mode, a race car mode, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Although that's one of my least favorite designs of Sub-Zero, but I guess maybe reimagined in graphics of a PS3 or PS4 or maybe even PS5, you know, I would be a little more just willing to accept that design, especially his alternate costume, not the one that he looks like his old school ninja self, the one where he's like bald and he has like he looks like Mr. Freeze from Batman. I wasn't jacking it. Also, a lot of characters were useless. Like even in Armageddon, a lot of characters, you know, they basically just were trash. Like they were trash. But I would love to see them again reimagined with updated graphics, and everything like that. But Armageddon, just the creative fighter alone made that game worth it for me. All right, hold on everybody. We're gonna pause the broadcast right now. I'm about to enjoy some delicious cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. Shout out to Cheesecake Factory. Oh my god. 1 second, everybody. Alright, so we're back. I feel like, alright, let me put it this way. Mortal Kombat, and I'm about to actually I might jump on Mortal Kombat later just because I'm putting myself in the mood for that. Mortal Kombat has a lot of fan service, but like they really love their fans. And did this whipped cream turn to ice cream just by being in the freezer? Mortal Kombat is one of those companies. Well, NetherRealm Studios now used to be Midway. They have a lot of fan service. Like they really definitely, you could tell they care about their fans. But I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who is really hoping for a create a fighter mode or create a character mode in the next Mortal Kombat. Listen, I appreciate, stop talking to me, you ugly mongoose, or whatever you are. Cheesecake delicious. I would really appreciate, I really do appreciate all the new characters like that were introduced in Mortal Kombat X, but I want to create my own ninja again. I want to create my own fighter again. Like, we did not get that feature in the PlayStation 4 generation or PlayStation 4 era. We didn't get it, and I would love to see what they could have done with the creative fighter mode. First of all, with the new Blu-ray discs being able to hold more capacity on the disc. That's number one. Number two, I'm pretty sure they could have made it an add-on or made that part a download part, like where it partially downloads some of the data on your PlayStation, which it already does. And with these PlayStations holding way more memory than just a simple memory card, bruh, they could have did so much, especially with these graphics. I would love to see how my character could look. There could have been so many more options for costumes and colors, and the creation on that was very simplistic, but it had a lot to it. So, you know, this is to Ed Boon. You know, please give us another creative fighter mode, please. I'm sure you guys could do a lot better. I'm not the only one asking for it. I know I'm not the only person who grew up in the 90s loving Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is really one of those games that made the 90s. Like, it was one of those games where no matter when you play it, it screams 90s. And again, there's been a lot of ideas that I've sent to NetherRealm Studios, and I know they're busy, so they can't always check when people contact them and see what they say. But definitely, I've come up with a lot of ideas, and some I don't think they've seen necessarily my comments and worked off of it. But dude, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, cheesecake, y'all did me dirty. Y'all burnt the back of my cheesecake. Well, that's not burnt, that's just the color of the... that's burnt. And they're lucky I like some of my stuff kind of burnt. I was a weird kid growing up. You know, you get those little burnt edges on cookies and stuff like that. Loved it. That we need a creative fighter mode back, and we need another Shaolin Monks. I feel like those modes and those games per se, are free. You know, they were ahead of its time, and had they were executed well for the time. I feel like had they been executed in a later generation, things would have turned out a lot different. I feel like if they just rehash or really just make an updated version of the old games in between releasing each new game while they're coming up with story, you know, lines and stuff, and developing the old, developing the new games, like their main line of games, like, you know, Mortal Kombat, whatever, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, like, you know, the main lineup. And they create these side games with a smaller team of Mortal Kombat lovers to come up with ideas to rehash the other games. Like, let's say for example, Ed Boon gathers a couple teams together, and they basically are reworking old games. So let's say for example, you have the big team with the huge budget working on like the main line of Mortal Kombat games. Then you have another team, it's a bit smaller, of Mortal Kombat lovers coming up with new ideas to make the old games, like let's say for example Shaolin Monks 1. They go and they redo it for the new console. The storyline's pretty much already there. All they have to do is reimagine it, make it more updated, and make it more realistic, and make it fit this generation of consoles, to bring something different to the table and add on to it, and also obviously make the graphics better, make the gameplay much better. And next you know, re-release Shaolin Monks 1, they make a Shaolin Monks 2 in between the releases and of the main line of Mortal Kombat. That way it buys them time to really put in the work for the main line of Mortal Kombat games. Make the and even if it doesn't sell that well, being that the budget won't have to be as huge, all they're doing is using that game, recycling the same budget for each re-release. Like let's say Shaolin Monks 2, Shaolin Monks 3, Shaolin Monks whatever. It's buying time between the main line of games. They could even make the Mortal Kombat Go-Kart Racing its own standalone game. Or if they just make you know, a bunch of mini games for Mortal Kombat, like a treasure hunt, racing game, chess, or whatever, and put it all on one disc, just in between the Mortal Kombat games. And boom, if y'all do this, I want my credit, and I expect a check or a team, or become employed with NetherRealm. You heard it here first. They could also, a lot of games that were absolute failures when they first came out, like Mortal Kombat Special Forces, which I know they would just hope would disappear. But true Mortal Kombat fans like myself will never forget Mortal Kombat games, including the failures. They could literally re-release that, and I guarantee it'll probably be a hit nowadays with the technology we have today. Re-release, let's see, let me see. Make like a, you know how you have the story modes and Armageddon and Deception, where it was its own standalone like game. Basically it was like a free roaming game. Why not really re-release that? Do Sub-Zero mythologies, then do Scorpion mythologies, then do Ermac mythologies, whatever, reptile mythologies, whatever, you know, just go through all the ninjas. You know, some characters are not really big enough to really do that. Sub-Zero mythologies too, you know, being that there's 2 Sub-Zeros. And they could even start further back in their life, like because not everybody knows Sub-Zero's full life story, like how he became a part of the Lin Kuei. So they could start off early in their life, you know, start off with them being young, joining Lin Kuei, training them up, going through the whole training that the Lin Kuei puts them through, learning their abilities, getting their code name, you know what I mean? And then they could even do one like Lin Kuei mythologies, and basically make your own Lin Kuei, you know, or ninja, like Scorpion. I know it's supposed to be about the game I'm playing right now, but basically I'm you know, just, you know, talking to you guys. But what they could do is do so much. And then with, you know, other members of the Lin Kuei like Smoke, Sector Cyrax, branch off, because they could literally rehash some of the same scenes and gameplay from Sub-Zero mythologies when they remake that, and just take it from the point of view to other Lin Kuei members. They would save a lot of money and make a really good game. So with that being said, I've talked too much. I've gotten bored with this game that I'm on right now. You know, I suggest you let your kids play this. Do not put your credit card information in because there is in-game purchases. And I know you guys have bills to pay. And with COVID-19 going on, you definitely don't want money going missing out your account. So, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Go to my kids channel is too, the Young Owl Network. Subscribe to him, like his videos. I believe he has at least one gameplay video up. You know, soon he may be uploading more content. We will see. And stay tuned for more content from myself. And enjoy the rest of your day. There should be more videos possibly posted today or within the next couple days. Definitely check us out. Definitely, you know, enjoy being yourself and be happy even with everything that's going on. And like, again, like, share, subscribe, and comment. You know, beat up the like button and smash that subscribe button, and you know, show the love. You know, we're just gonna continue on doing what we're doing. Keep the views going, make these videos go viral. So this is the end of the broadcast. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.